Okay, so this is a recording. I didn't realize how bad it was when I did recordings when we were live in class. It just kept skipping. So I'm going to do a new recording based on for you guys who didn't attend class or needed a review again. So the finding the slope intercept form from table. So sorry, I don't have any extra blank copies. So finding the slope intercept from tables, here's the thing. Remember, your slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Your m is your slope, your b is your y-intercept. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. That means the x value has to be 0. So when the x is 0, this is your y-intercept. A lot of times I look for that first. If x is 0, the y-intercept would be 7. So I know my y-intercept is going to be 7. So my b letter is going to be 7. Now where I'm getting this 2 is the slope. This is from before. We did this, I don't know, the lesson prior to this, is that you do the slope, which is the change of y over the change of x. It's delta y over delta x. If you don't know what we're talking about here, I hope I made a video about that. But this is just the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet. They use delta, which means the change of. So the change of y over change of x. So the change of y, this is going up by 2. The x's are increasing by 1. And they're doing 2 over 1, which equals 2. So the slope is 2. So you're going to take the slope, you're going to take the y-intercept, and you're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form. You need the y and the x. So y equals 2x plus 7. That's the equation that matches these ordered pairs. If you plotted these ordered pairs, they would be in a line, and there would be all the numbers between 1 and 2. You'd have 1 point, whatever, and then 9 point something. So this equation, if you put in like 1 for 2, this x, put in 1, 2 times 1 plus 7 is 9. 2 times 2 plus 7 is 11. So if you put in the x values here, and times 2 add 7, you're going to get the y value. Okay, so we're writing in slope-intercept form. So the next one. Now I'm not going to show this entire sheet because you're going to have to do some. But again, I look for the y-intercept first. Notice there's 0 for the x and it's -4. Then the slope, change of y, this is going down by 3. These are going up by 1. The x's aren't always going up by 1, so just be careful. It's not like that all the time. Unfortunately, a lot of the sheet is, but not all the time. So the slope is going to be -3x minus 4. That's going to be the equation. Y equals -3x minus 4. Now, what happens when you don't see the 0? So in this case, we don't have the 0 in the x values. So let's find the slope first. -17, -13, -9. It's increasing 4, and this is increasing 1. So then we talked about in class, well, where would the 0 be in this group? The 0 would be here if I wrote that in order. Well, if this is increasing 4 each time, this is going up 1, that means I can go back 4, and that's going to be a -21. That's a -21. So a -21, and then y equals 4x minus 21. Okay, so make sure. Now, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to complete that. I do want to warn you about numbers 11 and 12. You might need some help with that. Think about what's repeating, what letters repeating. So 11 and 12 might need some help. So that is the introduction to what we did for finding the slope intercept from tables. I'll have another one for the graphs.